Hey guys, what's up? Not upon John Tom Abbott here, and today I'm going to talk to you all about the pros and cons, hashtag first world problems, about being mixed race. Hi everybody, my name is Not upon John Tom Abbott. What? What? Arena? Come again? Not upon John Tom Abbott. And if that doesn't clue you in on what this video is about, well, good luck to you. This is about mixed race. Oh, a black person and an Asian person. Baby. They're mixed. An Asian person and an Eskimo. Mixed. And living with the benefit of two cultures, not just one, whether that means you were born in another country and then moved to the US, or a white country, or born in the white country and then just traveled a lot to the other foreign country and went to school there, went to visit your relatives, and just lived in both worlds frequently. That's what it means to be mixed. And I'm a representative of that. My mixed heritage happens to be Asian and American. Now, granted, yeah, white people are mixed too, but for the most part, people don't consider that to be the case because they don't think about, oh, Norwegian, Irish, German, which are different heritages, different cultures, mixed into one. They don't consider that to be mixed because they look kind of the same, in the same sense that most people consider Asians to be the same. But really, a lot of Southeast Asians and Koreans even descended way back when from China. But throughout time, bone structures started to evolve, diets started to differentiate from one another, and they became their own. So really, I just want to tell you about how I've lived as a mixed human being. There are definite pros and cons to being mixed. Let's look at the pros. Dual citizenship, yo. Mine happened to be from the United States of America and Thailand, which I renewed just last year here in Los Angeles at the Larchmont Thai Embassy, because it expires every 5 years. So if you have dual citizenship, take advantage of it. That means you don't need to file for a 6-month work visa. If you wanted to work in that country, you can just go there, live there, as long as you have a residence that's on file, you're good. So it's pretty cool. And the funny thing with this is, going back to the term mixed, you can be dual citizenship from Russia and England, from Australia and Canada, from Canada and China. See, it doesn't necessarily have to represent mixed race. So if you have dual citizenship, it's great wherever it's from. Some people have 4. At that point, I'm wondering if they're working for like a government agency though. That would be cool. Alrighty, dighty. Benefit number 2. The food. Oh, Asian food is just the most tasty in my humble opinion, and I respect and love all. But, come on. I'm from Thailand. Thai food is just really good, and I've met 2 people that say, oh, it's overrated, and they're no longer my friend. เมื่อผมมาจากประเทศไทยด้วยนะครับผมต้องยอมรับว่าอาหารไทยก็คืออาหารประโยชน์ของผมรสชาติยอดเยี่ยมกระเทียมเจียวผู้เล่นกระเทียมดองแล้วดีกว่าอาหารอื่นๆที่ผมเคยพบมาตั้งแต่เกิดผมชอบอาหารไทยมากแล้วคุณควรชอบอาหารไทยด้วยเข้าใจไหมสวัสดีครับ Benefit number 3. I'm going to keep this nice and simple. Pokemon Go! Oh my god, did you catch your Pikachu yet? I did. Pikachu. Benefit number 4. The Zen Zone. Now, I'm not talking about the yoga. Not talking about that crap. I'm talking about being able to relate to different areas of the world as one and realize that you're okay. You understand. Your consciousness runs this cross-sectional sense, time, space equilibrium that just resonates as calmness. Now, for some reason, people that are just one-minded, narrow-minded, they just get fixed on one frame of thought. Oh, I can't go into that temple. Oh, I can't go into that bathroom. There's no door. Well then, get out of China and put a door on it. Oh my gosh, this restaurant smells. Oh, I can't get out of here. You know why it smells? Because the food is bad. You want a restaurant that doesn't smell bad? Get out and go make your own toast. The herbs and the spices are just all over, filtering through the air, and it's cool. You leave there with fennel seeds and their little candy that's supposed to just let the food digest better. And it's a nice experience. You go to a Thai restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, there's gonna be herbs and spices, fish sauce, and it's gonna smell different. If you're not used to that, don't complain about it. People just get it when they're mixed. People who aren't, who are white, that I also connect with, they have that. They have that sense of and it just feels good. You either have it or you don't. But if you have it, it's a benefit. Benefit number 5. Now this is actually quite a cool benefit because it means I can blend in. Whether it be to Italy, Australia, Thailand, Costa Rica, you know, and that's a huge advantage when traveling because you don't want to stand out like a sore thumb, like a tourist. Whew. That's a wrap, folks, for our benefits. On to the cons. Fortunately, there aren't too many of them. I have 3, and I'm going to cover them all. Con number 1 is having to constantly address the stereotypes. Okay, so yeah, I'm half Asian, but no, I don't use apple cider vinegar for everything under the sun. It's not true, I kind of do. I even use it for shampoo. I use it to like gargle with. I use it for all kinds of stuff. And you know what? This stereotype is fine by me because this stuff works. I suggest you use it too. Apple cider vinegar is like a panacea for everything under the sun, and you're gonna live a longer, healthier, wrinkle-free life even because of it. Use it. This stereotype is fine by me. Okay, so you're from Southeast Asia, specifically Thailand. Huh. So, you like prostitutes. It occurs in Georgia. There's a problem with it in South America. There's a problem all over the world. In Russia. It's called the sex trade, and it's evil, and it needs to be stopped. But the demand comes from gross corrupted men that like sex, but don't have the cojones to get it in the real world. So with that demand there, you have little girls being snatched from the age of 12, like a young orca put into SeaWorld, and forced into something they don't want to do. So no, to answer your question, and I've been asked this by several people, some astute, mind you, that just don't have a clue about this. But let me give you a clue. To your question, do Thais like prostitutes? Like, why do you have a... All right, let me get you up to gear here. No. Do you like prostitutes? Do you want to be a prostitute? Like, is that your lifelong dream? No. I mean, maybe in some corner of the world somebody wants to. But then I think they have problems. They should not want that. It's because of a market. And when there's a market for something like drugs, because sex is something that you can get addicted to, just like alcohol, just like cocaine, just like crack, people are going to try and market it. Let me address the term of hegemony, meaning white supremacy. Think of colonialists with their top hats marching in supreme power over the rest of us ants that just look up to them like they are God. It's kind of sad that it still exists, but it does, because I get that attitude from people when they talk to me. It's still there. Not as much as it used to be, I'm sure, and I don't encounter it frequently, but whenever I do, I'm just like, really? You must be from some weird corner farm in Kansas, or some Midwestern cult that's just never been exposed to the other side of the world to think that because I'm half Asian, I come from a country that still rides elephants to school. We have cars, and we have Uber. We have a lot. Technology is actually booming in Asia, and kids there learn pretty dang fast. Why do you think colleges in the US are intimidated and don't want to admit so many Asians into their campuses? Because there's just too many of us. We're too good. So, if you don't understand that, you shouldn't be asking if Asians or Latinos or, you know, an ethnic race, African American, rides an animal to school. That would be pretty cool. But you know, that engenders thoughts of a really historical fiction-based movie clip of this young girl in a farm in a rice paddy just singing and raising her buffalo and going to her kitchen, cooking for her sick mom while singing to herself. มีสิทธิ์หวงเห็นจะควงคนอื่นเจ็บช้ำกล้ามกลืนต้องนอนสะอื้นเดียวดายรักเธอข้างเดียวแถมยังเป็นชู้ทางไกล Now that's a love song, but it's actually nothing related to the scene that I painted, but it's the only song that came into mind. And it's quite different from ra-ra-ooh-la-la, rama-rama-la, equally good in music, because I love music. But I don't like it when you think that we don't have what you have. Because, yeah, there are corners of the world that don't have what you have, but that's not our fault, and at the same time, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So, travel, I would just say, yeah, it's exhausting to continuously explain myself to people that just don't get it. So I guess the root of that problem is their parents didn't have the wherewithal enough to provide them with the education to know better than to ask such an idiotic question. Problem number 3. My name. My name indicates very clearly that I am mixed because my parents either had a sense of humor or have a very creative mind to give me a Thai name, a French name, and an English name. My Thai name is Nattapon, which, as Asian names frequently do, has a meaning, and it means good people. So, why is this a con? I love my name. I love every part of it, and I probably will never change it. But when I introduce myself to people, I've gone by Jean Tom. I say, hi, I'm Jean Tom. And most smart teachers that I've had in school and friends that I've come across, bosses, co-workers that I've introduced myself to, acquaintances on the street, most get it. People, for the most part, are smart. But obviously there are those that aren't, and sometimes I say my name is Jean Tom, and they go, yeah. Literally, like a chip just exploded in their brain, and they go, John? Jean Tom. Again. Tom? Jean Tom. Can you not hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Jean Tom. Yeah, good job. Let me buy you lunch. Great job. Making progress. My name's Jean Tom. Okay? Now, in high school when I was on the tennis team or in gymnastics, or like a coach was like cool, they could say my name, but they wanted to like make a little nickname for me. So I sometimes went by and sometimes go by JT, which is equally acceptable to me. But what I hate is that sometimes I find myself having to say, all right, you know, you can call him JT because you don't have the capacity to say 2 vowels. So just say 2 letters, JT. And if you can't handle that, then cry me a river, just go on and just... Shout out Justin Timberlake, you're the other JT. I understand that some people just have never heard of something like that before. If you can say Alibaba and the King of Thieves, or Tutankhamun, or impress me, go to Hawaii and say that name of the fish that's on the Hawaiian hat. Huma huma nuka nuka apua ha. If you can say stuff like that, you can say Jean Tom, man. Alright, just get it together. So, that's what it means to be mixed to me. Hope you came away with an extra sense of perspective on mixed race. I didn't cover everything, obviously. There's the issue of people just blankly saying, hey, what are you? Well, let me check my barcode. I'm 0000541. Like, there's all kinds of stuff out there that happens. If you have an experience, if you're mixed race and you have an experience, please comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And that's it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Have a good day. And I'll see you next time. Keep your socks on, folks. Yeah, have a good day, have a good day, have a good day. Have a good day. Bye. Can't say that. That's a lot of cushion. Hello, I hope you enjoyed that. Please follow me and subscribe because whatever issues you're going through, trust me, I can cover them. It's not a problem. Thumbs up, everybody. Ciao.